Time in heaven. A talk with my husband. As I sat looking at a few lilacs and daisies on the bench, my husband sat down beside me with a daisy. Here, honey, I love you. I miss you so much. I'm sorry the war is so hard on you. I wish I could be there to protect you, but God is. I accepted the daisy and studied it. I studied it hard, not knowing what to say. To me, it felt like I was being raped and manipulated, also robbed in my own home. I lost so much to this war already, and now they're after my last shred of dignity. I still love you, honey. I know it's hard. I know how much you hate them, he said worriedly. I looked at him, not saying anything, but the look on my face and tears on my cheek probably said enough for both of us. I had never been through anything like this before. I'm not used to this kind of war, I replied. Most wars I can handle, but not this one. By now the tears were drenching my face. The more I wiped, the wetter my face was. I don't know what to do. You're not there. I need you so much. I know I can't be scared, but I am. Terrified of this war. I am tired of everything. I need you. He looked at me and said, I know. I need you too. But on his face. But I am close by, holding your heart for you. His worried look on his face did not go away, but his hand came over on mine, and his blue eyes just concentrated on mine. I looked at him and said, I hate this war. Me too, he suddenly said, placing one arm around me. I don't know if I'll ever be the same, I said, and he looked at me quietly and said, I'm not. For a little while, I just leaned into him. I suddenly understood that he was my peace, sanity, the only link with sanity I had. That guy was putting a drug in me, and I don't take drugs. He was sick and a monster. I had to somehow figure all this out in my head. I had been violated, and I knew it. But it took seeing my husband and having him there to understand. He asked me, Are you ready? I looked ahead at the gate and somehow wished I was going in and never coming out. But I knew down deep it was not the answer. I could only wish. I had tried so hard for so long. He walked in the gate, down the pathway, went over and sat by the pond. Today I ran my fingers through the clear water, just picking up a petal and letting it drop, trying to work everything out in my head. I was mad at everyone but my husband, because he was not there. I was so messed up and did not know what to do. My church was worried about spirits, and I was ready to give up everything. But I knew that would not get me to heaven. So tired and exhausted, and yet so alone, not knowing what to do. He looked over at me as if reading my thoughts. You have me. I love you more than anything. They can't take that away. I looked over and said, They want me to give up. They talk about spirits, suicide, and junk, like they want me gone. He looked at me and said, Hang on, honey. The storm is almost over. Christ will come soon, I promise you. I really do. Somehow he hit the nail on the head. I felt like Christ having the sword in my side, the nails through my hands. I did not know what to do. Leaning over, my husband helped me up, and I walked over to the gate with him. He decided we would take a trip later and see more of heaven later. You have a lot to work on. Go home, clear your head, so you can rest. He came close and kissed a tear. Then he said, "Till tomorrow. Soon, sweetheart, soon." Returning home, knowing what had to be done, I just sat at my desk like a thoughtless robot.